You're 24 years old and you're still going to summer camp.
Hey, what's going on? It's Jackie Morales. I am out today. I'm not going to share the location, it's a secret, but I'm here representing Mega 1043 with the cast of Hell of a Summer. So we're with Billy, Finn, and Fred. You guys sound like you could be a band, like a rock star band.
I was actually thinking that a second ago. Of like, it seems like.
Have you guys ever thought of that? I mean, you guys have done the acting in the movies. Now you guys, it's time to start a band.
I think so too.
Musician, so we would kind of ride on his coattails. But also some
I'd
people
like to
have
be
been
the Andy Warhol to the Velvet Underground. You know, I don't want to. I just want
Really be involved at all,
I
but
like do
just
the
kind of-
logo.
And by
maybe.
look maybe by look.
Yeah, I'll get the same haircut
The hair?
and stuff. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
He's in.
We're all in.
That's awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for the time and to talk about the movie. Now, what was the transition like from writing, acting, directing?
We sort of jumped into the deep end in a lot of ways. I mean, I had directed like a short in a music video. Billy had directed student films and a lot of shorts also growing up. So we had directed before, but just not sort of on the scale of a feature. But it was one of those things where it's just kind of a bigger version of that, like of making those movies with your friends. And so the transition was easier because we all had each other who, all of us were friends before. So
Yeah,
it made
okay.
it easier, yeah.
Nice. And what about like just picking the cast for the movie, because everybody seemed to have really good chemistry. Was that like natural starting the film, or did you guys kind of have to work on it?
Well, we really just have such a talented cast that also everybody's a really sweet, nice person, so we all got along pretty easily. But that's something we were definitely aware of during the casting process, and we were doing little chemistry reads and making sure people really played off of each other well. And we wanted a group of people that all felt very unique, but then also kind of came together in a way that sometimes the characters need to gang up on other characters, and we wanted everybody to feel like they could either be on the same team or enemies at any given time. So like the casting process was important for that.
That's so awesome. And what would you say is your favorite part of the movie?
Ooh, that's so hard. We're kicking off this tour and we've been showing it, and sometimes we've seen it a bunch of times, but sometimes we'll peek in and see how it plays with different audiences. And I do feel every time there's little jokes or little scenes that become the favorite of that day. But I honestly, what Finn was talking about like how this connects with different stuff, I was just thinking about like, there's this impulse sometimes to move into try and professionalize everything. And what was so special about this was, even though it was like, we maintained the environment of hanging out and making each other laugh in this professional way. And I'm like, that's one of my favorite things about it, is that just like every scene felt like it was really about what makes us laugh.
That's so awesome. So would you say, like, when the storyline came about, were you guys actually like out camping and then you're like, hey, this would be cool for a movie?
I mean,
We sort of the Hollywood version of
It
that,
was,
which is
well, in two parts. Yes, well,
Yeah.
Finn and I met on set, and we're like, I was staying at a hotel with a bunch of young actors. It kind of feels like you're at summer camp when you're on set. So there was that sort of camp feel, but then also, I think just subconsciously the idea for this film came from times where I sort of was out in the woods or in the middle of nowhere and something kind of scary was happening, and I maybe wasn't liking the way I was reacting to it, where I wasn't, reacting to it in a way that was cool or heroic, but rather I thought was kind of funny. So that it really was like, how would we react in this really
in a
terrible,
real, yeah,
scary
exactly.
situation? And yeah, I mean, I think it would be pretty funny.
Yeah.
And we all love movies so much, but also sometimes you go to the movies and like all of a sudden the people on screen are these like so
Heroes,
heroic.
yeah.
Right.
And something that we talked about is like the characters don't lose their own neuroses and their own issues once the horror movie stuff starts happening. It only like
Amplifies
dials
it,
up.
yeah.
Yeah.
The line's been cut. Oh, I've always wanted to say that.
Yeah, no, I love what you guys did with it. I think it's going to do really well. Thank you guys so much for your time. But I do have one last question. There is horror in it. Of course, it's funny. What all else would you guys say for your fans to expect out of this movie?
I think there's a real heart. I think especially at the core of the movie, Fred's character, there's a very sweet sort of
romance,
romantic
yeah.
subplot, or plot really. It's not really a subplot. That I'm really proud of, and I think I think Fred and Abby Quinn are so lovely in the movie together, and it's a deceptively sweet movie.
Yeah. It was great. It was so good. So, would you guys say that there's more movies to come of you guys writing and directing together and working together as friends?
Definitely.
Yeah.
We'd love to keep
Yeah.
working together. Yeah, I mean, these are some of my best friends and also people I respect so much creatively. So absolutely,
Yeah.
we'll do something.
That's awesome. Well, thank you guys so much again for your time. Thank you for tuning in to Mega 1043 and 101.1 The Bounce.